Frozen on ice and lived. How did this happen? And what happened to her? What's up guys, this is your daily clip. In this video let's talk about a woman named Jean Hilliard who was frozen on ice for 6 hours and still lived. So let's get started. Jean Hilliard lives in a small town in Minnesota with a population of less than 100, and just outside its limits are forests, lakes, and farmland in the north-central part of the state. In the middle of the night on December 20th, 1980, Jean was peacefully driving home from a hangout with her friends. She was driving her father's Ford Ltd car that had rear-wheel drive and no anti-lock brakes, which made for a dangerous vehicle to have while navigating a frozen, icy road, until suddenly the car slid into a ditch. Concerned that she might get frozen if she stayed in the car, Hilliard in her cowboy boots began to walk for help. Her friend Wally Nelson was but 2 miles down the road after all. But Nelson's home seemed further away that night than Hilliard could remember, and she grew frustrated. When she finally saw the lights of Wally's place, everything went black. At dawn around 7 a.m., Nelson woke up with a woman he'd brought home the night before. He then noticed a little hunk in his snow-covered lawn about 15 feet from his door. It was Hilliard, in a coat and mittens. Nelson knew Hilliard well because, at the time, she was dating his best friend. But here she was frozen stiff, her eyes wide open, on his front lawn. She had collapsed mere seconds before she would have reached her friend's door. I grabbed her by the collar and skidded her into the porch. I thought she was dead. Froze stiffer than a board, but I saw a few bubbles coming out of her nose, Nelson recalled. She was immediately taken to the Foston Hospital. When she arrived at the hospital, her skin was too tough to pierce with a hypodermic needle, the needles just broke on contact, and her body temperature was too low to be recorded with a thermometer. Her face was ashen gray color, her eyes were solid with no response changes in light. She was declared dead. Even though they figured she was dead, medical staff decided to gradually warm up her body with heating pads. Physicians determined her temperature was 88 degrees, a full 10 degrees below normal. Eventually, they got a faint pulse of 12 beats per minute. At this point, doctors believed their patient might still be alive. I thought she was dead, but then we picked up an extremely faint whimper. We knew there was a person existing then, Dr. George Sather said. The reaction didn't appear until 2 or 3 hours after she started thawing out. The body was cold, completely solid, just like a piece of meat out of a deep freeze, added Dr. George Sather. Until later, Jean woke up. She asked for a glass of water, worried what her father might think about wrecking his car. In this incident, she survived a 6-hour frozen in the middle of the night. Scientists believe Jean's body went into hibernation mode when she was frozen. This slowed down her metabolism and preserved her body until she could be revived. What can you say about the incident of Jean Hilliard, who was frozen in the snow for 6 hours and still lived? Comment down below in this video because I want to know your opinion in the comments section. If you enjoyed our content, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel. It is very important to us to continue providing you interesting topics. See you in the next video.